I managed to pick up the best deal on Black Friday, guys. This is the HP Envy entrance level gaming desktop, $499 on Black Friday. One of the best deals I've seen out there. Hardly anybody can beat it for the price and the components the HP is offering inside. That was the best deal I felt, and I looked all over the place, and this was the best one. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Hardware Sense. Ivan is the name, and what we have in at HP, it's quite interesting. We actually have latest generation Intel Core i5 9400. Yeah, I know it's not the 10 whatever, the latest, but it's pretty much the same. This is a 6-core processor. It's not the K version, it's not unlocked, but still for the price. If we do the math later, if you buy just the processor alone, it's $200. Features 9 megabytes of cache. We have 8 gigabytes of DDR4 clocked at 266 megahertz. Unfortunately, it's only one stick, so we're gonna have to think about that in the future, how we can improve that. But still, it's a good start. Also, one of the best things we have in this computer is the GTX 1650. I know a lot of people are hating on that card, but again, $499, you're getting GTX 1650. You don't get an integrated Intel graphics card or something less powerful. And still, if you decided to sell it down the road, you can get at least $100. I'm 100% sure that you can get that money and put it towards a newer graphics card or faster graphics card if you want to do that. But I'm gonna do a series of videos with this computer because I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna do tests on games, modern games, just the way the configuration is. And then we're gonna do some upgrades on memory, on graphics cards, and we'll see how it's gonna end up. Additionally, 256 gigabytes of nVMe super fast drive. We have another storage, 1 terabyte hard drive, which was a great bonus. A lot of the other companies don't even offer that. They offer pretty much the same NVMe, but not the storage. I know the storage drive is what, 40 bucks max, 45, but still it's a good added bonus. We have a Platinum 400 watt power supply, which also has an 8-pin PCI Express connector, because the same configuration HP offered with GTX 1660 Ti, which requires an additional 8-pin connector. But that's one of the benefits of 1650. It only draws 75 watts from the rail, and it's not requiring an additional power. So if you're aiming at super low energy consuming gaming computer, which again, you can play a lot of games on medium settings, but again, we're gonna test, we're gonna do all that stuff. I'm just listing out the benefits of this one. Very small form factor. Still, I assume that it's going to be pretty quiet. Again, we're going to test that. But for that configuration, I think $499 is a killer price. Just consider, if you were selling the graphics card for $400, you're getting a Core i5 latest generation, you're getting 8 gigs of RAM, you're getting NVMe drive, you get wireless and Bluetooth. Obviously, if you prefer to use that, there's LAN, obviously, of course, a gigabit LAN, and you have a hard drive. So let's get to a quick unboxing. You guys are gonna see what's inside the box real quick. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. As a bonus, it comes with a keyboard and a mouse, which I think pretty much all the other companies are offering the same thing, but it's a good start. If you're really on a deep budget and you don't have much money to spend on gamers peripherals, keyboards, mouse, at least there's something to start you with. So that's a great added bonus. And throughout this video, this short introduction and going over some of the components, I'm gonna keep repeating the price. $499, guys. Think about it, $499. Just the processor alone costs $200. If you buy the graphics card, it's $150 retail, so that's $350. NVMe drive, 256 gigabyte, is about $50, I guess. So we got $400 already right there. Platinum power supply for 400 watts. We have another storage, which is the hard drive, 1 terabyte. We have 8 gigs of RAM, which is about $25. So if you start adding all the components separately, even at the lowest prices, if you buy them new, obviously you're gonna end up over that $499. Yeah, of course, if you go used, they're gonna be slightly cheaper, but again, you have a full year of warranty, you got support over the phone for 90 days. So a lot of people don't want to deal with the hassle of building their own computer. I know most of you guys like to do that, as myself, but there's a lot of people that just don't care. They want to grab something that they can play right away over the holidays or whatever it is, and maybe further down the line they can upgrade. So that's a great option. In my opinion, that's absolutely great option, especially for the price. Now, at the moment, there's another great deal, and keep in mind, this is also a very killer deal. It was not available during the Black Friday, but it's available now. It's a similar HP gaming desktop, which is sold currently by Walmart and Amazon for around $575, which has the exact same components minus the hard drive, but they have added the GTX 1660 Ti, which is definitely a lot more powerful than the 1650 and offers about somewhere 25% more performance. And even if you're buying at retail, obviously the price is a lot higher. 1660 Ti is around $270, $280 to about $300, and a 1650 is only $150. So you see there's $100 value right there. Considering this is $499, the one is $575, so you're definitely having a better deal. But it was not available during the Black Friday, and you know, this was the best deal at the time. Plus, I have a lot of other graphics cards that I want to test with that specific configuration and see how much improvement and what we actually can squeeze out of this particular configuration to make it a killer sleeper office computer that is actually a gamer computer, so you can bring it to the office and be like, oh, I'm doing some Excel right here in PowerPoint, and 5 o'clock hits and off to PUBG. So without further ado, guys, let me go through the unboxing. You're gonna see what's inside. I'm gonna pop the box real quick, the actual computer box, and see what's inside the components, and you're gonna check it out. But let's go right into it. So quickly going over the opening the box. I really like the gray color of this HP Envy desktop. Really nice gunmetal or light gunmetal gray. Front design is very interesting with these sloping kind of looking like screens, I guess, for lack of better explanation on my side. And I'm going to go ahead and open it real quick and show you what's inside, which I'm actually pretty curious to know what branded components HP used. Hopefully there's some good brands that we can check it out. You can see the side panel has perforations, so it's a little bit of a passive cooling. With being that small, I was not expecting too much. Obviously, ideally it would have been nice to have an intake fan somewhere with some nice mesh that can protect you from the dust, but unfortunately there is no one. But we have a heatsink, custom kind of heatsink and fan on the processor. It's not the typical Intel stock fan, which is interesting as well. And the exhaust fan is another 9mm fan. Right away we can see the power supply is actually 400 watt, like mentioned, 80 plus platinum. Very nice, very good, made by Lighton. I don't know exactly who is the manufacturer behind Lighton, or they are manufacturer itself. I see them providing a lot of OEM power supplies for HP, for Dell, for other manufacturers, Lenovo. Maybe they have become a pretty big power supply manufacturer. I'm not very familiar. In the past, I knew that there was bigger companies that were providing these for the OEM companies, but now it's Lighton anyway. And pretty easy side, kind of a black mesh we can remove only with one screw. Once we remove that, we are able to pop out the DVD writer. I don't know why they even bother including these in the configurations, because who's using this? But anyway, it's there. We can slide it out of the way and have inside a quick look at what the components used are. And as you can see, HP are using Toshiba NVMe drive, which is great. Toshiba are pretty big and well-respected manufacturer, so it's not a no-name supplier for them. You can see the RAM is actually, like I mentioned, one stick of 8 gigabytes, DDR4 266 megahertz, which is made by Samsung. Pretty good memory, but at the same time, my expectations are when you're gaming on a single channel memory, only one stick, you're gonna have less frames opposed to having a dual channel memory. So if you go into the extreme cheap route later to upgrade your computer, you can just buy another 8 gigabytes RAM. The same Samsung probably is around $25 to $30, so that's a easy fix right there, and have 16 gigabytes that are going to be running on dual channel. Or altogether, you can replace that memory with something better, some more higher performing or gamer enthusiast memory for around $50-$55 if you want to stick to 266. But I'm going to try this kind of memory, and I'm going to try a higher clock memory as well, 3200. I'm going to try 3600, and I'll let you guys know how that's going to work, or if it's going to work at all, if that platform and that my motherboard is supporting it. You can see in the corner we have the wireless and Bluetooth card right there. And the star of the show, we have the tiny GTX 1650, which actually looks a hell of a lot better than what Dell and Alienware, same company, are supplying into theirs. I have seen the card that they're using there has a smaller fan, not a lot of shroud around it. It's a little bit of a taller heatsink, not very attractive looking, but this one is actually pretty nice. As you can see, there's no extra power going to it, and the outside I/O for it, it's a HDMI port and a DVI port, so you can have two monitors, but I'm assuming most people were probably going to use it with one. Again, you can see that power supply has a 6+2 or 8-pin PCI Express connector, which is excellent. I'm going to be able to test several different cards, so I'll make a full-on videos with all of them. I have 1660 Super, which is probably going to be the best choice for this one. I have another AMD card, which I'm pretty excited about. You guys are going to see it in a later video as well. And I'm actually going to test it with an older 1070, which also uses only 8-pin, and see if that's going to be able to, this power supply is going to be able to power it. My expectations, yes, but we're going to see that. And again, this is perfect computer to play around and try to upgrade and make it really a big screamer. And we're going to do this over the several different videos, guys. Hopefully you guys are going to like it. We're going to test different games. I have tons of other games, but let me know what you want me to test down in the comments. I am planning to test it with PUBG. I'm planning to test it with Outer Worlds, some other games popular at the moment. See how it's going to hold up. Again, $499, guys. For $499, you're getting all that configuration. You got discrete graphics card, which later on, if you decide to upgrade a couple months down the road, you can sell for $100, add another $100, $120, $30 maybe, or less if you're buying secondhand. But if you're buying new, get another $100 and get a 1660 Super, which I think is going to be hell of a lot better than the 1650, 20% or so. Or buy something secondhand for around $150, $160. You can get 1070 again, just for a little amount of money over. You can expand the possibilities with this computer. I think the Core i5 9400 will be pretty capable to handle pretty much every new game today. I'm not sure editing wise how is this processor gonna compare. I'm not expecting miracles out of it, but if you add more memory, maybe that's a machine you can use as well. I'm gonna focus more on the games, so you guys are gonna see plenty of that. Just one screw in the back, pretty easy, very small. You can see it right next to a regular ATX case, which is the NZXT 210. I know older case, but it's still, you know, you can kind of get the perspective of the size. Super small computer. Again, very absolute office sleeper that you can put in your office and, you know, hey, I'm working, but I'm also playing, which is great. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. I'm gonna install some games, and we're gonna actually play it as is, the way most people will get it straight from the box. Try to play with that GTS 1650 with that one stick, 8 gig of RAM, just the way it is, and see how it compares to later when we add better components and try to upgrade. And of course, we're gonna do the math and see how much money we can spend and still keep it budget. But again, I would like to say perfect pricing, $499, excellent deal, the best one on Black Friday. There's a couple other things I picked up that I'm going to show you. One is being an LG monitor, which is the G-Sync monitor, 144 hertz IPS screen. I know it's not 1 millisecond, it's 5 milliseconds, but still, for 170, 27-inch, killer deal. LG monitor that I got from Costco. That was the other big purchase on Black Friday that really I am excited about. We're gonna run a whole bunch of tests. You guys gonna see everything, so stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new. I'm planning to do a ton of comparison videos on hardware, newer hardware, old hardware. I have some things coming my way that I'm sure everybody's gonna be excited to see the tests on, and basically tons of other hardware in general, guys. So subscribe, support me, hit the thumbs up, stay tuned. Till next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.